Good morning, Live Activated group members. Welcome to this beautiful Sunday. How awesome is this day today? The sky is so blue and the sun is shining. It's beautiful. I'm just sitting out the front where it's not so noisy, and because I've got the kids all running around and we've had a sleepover and all that kind of stuff. So today's juicy topic: roles we play and why. So when you're here, say hi and where you're from. If I haven't met you before, or if this is the first free and live training that you're catching with me, say hello. If you're new to the group, welcome, welcome. So, and if you're new, I'm here every Sunday with some great topics that we discuss and give you little tips and nuggets that you can take away and implement into your own life. And generally what I talk about is the stuff that I work with my clients. Hi Yvonne, I can see you popped on. Hi Vicky. So generally I work with women around these things, these areas. So yeah. So the topic, earlier in the week I put up a poll asking you to select from one of the roles that I put in there that what you think you play, what roles you think you play, and the significance of it. And we had a bit of a discussion going back and forth. And some of the roles that I put up there were people pleasing, being the good girl or the good boy, and the high achiever. Now, these are just three. There's a few more, but I thought we'd just focus on these three. Because they tend to be the ones that most people play. Now, let's just really talk about the people pleaser. Now, someone that's a people pleaser, if you're watching now and you know you are one of those people, say me, or you were one of those people, me, and sometimes I still fall back into that trap, so I have to pull myself, up on those things. And it's really interesting when you start asking yourself questions around it, why you do what you do. So any questions about people pleasing, or anyone that's watching right now, or even if you're catching the replay, let me know if you're one of those. So people pleasers. People pleasers are obviously exactly what it says. They like to make people happy. They don't like to let people down, but they also have trouble saying no. Hand up if you were one of those or are one of those. Yes. And what that does is, when you can't say no or set healthy boundaries, it puts you last. Okay? It makes you feel like you are always giving and not receiving, and you're giving eventually from an empty tank, which then eventually leads to burnout, and that's what we want to avoid. So the quick tip around people pleasing is that we need to start setting healthy boundaries. Okay, healthy boundaries. Hi, Geordie. She's just looking through the window there. Healthy boundaries around saying no. And this doesn't mean, when I say this, and just disclaimer here, like that you have to be nasty around saying no, or, not be nice about it. It just means that you need to ask yourself two things. Does it fit in with what I'm doing? Is it going to help me enhance what I'm doing? And by me saying yes to this, how does it benefit me or help me, or does it help me, or is it going to make me feel flustered and frustrated and rushed and overwhelmed? And I guess some people might say, oh, that's selfish. No, it's not selfish. What it is self-preservation. It's that little bit of self-care for you, okay? So that's the first tip I want to give you. So if you are someone that is a people pleaser and you find it really hard to say no, you need to start looking at areas of your life in which you can say no to things that do not align with you, fit in with you. And you do this with love. You don't be nasty about it. You just do it with love because it's for you. Just like you want to please other people by saying yes, how about you start saying yes to yourself first? Yes to you. Self-care for you. And if that means saying no to others, then that's what you need to do. So that's my first little tip about roles we play, okay, if you're a people pleaser. The other thing is the good girl and good boy. Again, this is a person that always says yes, but always wants to be perceived as doing the right thing, great role model, even if it doesn't sit well with them because they don't want to, or people to perceive them as not good. Hand up if you've ever been that person before or are that person. Yeah. The thing I want you to ask yourself with that role, what are you getting out of that? And where in your life did you start this belief that if you had to act a certain way in order to be perceived as the good girl or good boy, to be liked, loved, connected, accepted? See, it's really juicy, I told you. Lots of things to think about with that one. And what are you getting out of it? And is it really who you are? Okay, the other one is high achiever. Now, hand up if you were that person or still are that person. Yay! So high achievers, these are people that are very successful, will do really well, put 100% into everything that they do, have more than one skill or expertise area. And this is an awesome quality to have. However, what is the reason behind you always being the high achiever, always being the successful one, always putting your hand up, always doing everything, taking action? And then it also comes back to those energies that we were talking about, the masculine and feminine energy. That high achiever is very masculine energy. It's very being in control, taking action, being driven. Again, when you are that person, you can always be giving and taking action and moving, but giving from an empty cup. Where is that downtime for you? Where is that self-care where you fill your cup? Again, this is another person that can't say no, okay? Or needs to set healthy boundaries. So I would love to know some of your thoughts about some of the things that I've discussed this morning with you. And take a bit of time to self-reflect on some of these roles that we play and see if they are serving you. Are they serving you? Is it serving you to be the people pleaser? Is it serving you to be the high achiever or the good girl and boy? Okay, and why do we do it? What need, remember last week we talked about the core needs that we have, all right? What need is it fulfilling in your life? So I would love, before that noise comes through, to hear and see comments in the group about that topic. And I'll come back and check later today, because I know some people are out on a beautiful Sunday and I don't blame them. And I'm going to go and enjoy a bit of the day as well. And thank